Hello there, welcome or welcome back to The Architectress. I'm Natalia, your professional cloud therapist, and today we will be tackling this big myth. I hear quite often things like, I want to work in tech, but I'm not a coder, or I was terrible at math in school, so I could never do what you do, to which I usually say, bull. Nonsense. There are tons of roles that actually make technology happen. Some of them require coding, some just require curiosity, people skills, or love for spreadsheets and structure. So today, let's break it down. I want to talk about the jobs where coding is not required at all, and maybe some jobs where it definitely helps but doesn't define you. Here's the thing, not all tech jobs are about building software. Technology today is so broad that there's space for almost everyone. The analysts, the communicators, the designers, the troubleshooters, even the spreadsheet artists. So you just have to find your lane, the intersection between what you enjoy, what you're good at, and what tech needs. Let's go through a few of those lanes and some of those examples of different roles, and trust me, some of them are a lot more fun than they actually sound. First of all, let's talk about some roles where you don't need coding, like seriously. First one, account management or technical sales. If you are great with people, storytelling, and building trust, then tech sales or account management should be your zone, or can be your zone. It's kind of part tech, part psychology, and part improv. You don't have to code to sell cloud solutions, you just need to understand them. And you also need to understand customer needs. So you're kind of the bridge between technical teams and business outcomes. You will work with engineers, architects, and customers to translate throughput and latency into faster apps and happier users. You help customers understand how tech solves their problems without overwhelming them with acronyms. You're also a storyteller, a problem solver, and a diplomat, all in one Zoom call. And yes, these roles can be quite profitable, especially in cloud, where one deal can be worth millions. Then there is project or program management, project program managers. Yes, the unsung heroes of tech. So you're not coding, but you're making sure that everyone who does actually delivers on time, within scope, and hopefully within the budget. So you take things like, let's innovate in the cloud and turn them into actual deliverables. You're managing risks, timelines, and dependencies, not Python scripts. If you're naturally organized, diplomatic, and good at getting chaos under control, this is your superpower role. Coding is optional, but caffeine mandatory. And trust me, tech projects fall apart without great project managers. Then there is marketing, communications, and technical writing. So let's say you want to work in tech, but you also love writing, design, or content creation. Well, that's perfect, because marketing in tech is crucial. You're the storyteller who can explain complex products in ways that humans will actually understand. From campaign strategy to copywriting to video content, you can build a whole career around explaining tech without actually building it. If you love words more than code, well, this one is for you. Then there is customer success, cloud adoption, change management type of roles. So this one is a bit of a hidden gem. Customer success is where tech meets empathy. You're helping companies adopt cloud technology, roll out tools, and make the most out of their cloud investments. You're kind of part teacher, part coach, and part therapist. You're organized, logical, and good at herding cats. If that's you, then this is the role for you. You don't need to code, but you do need people skills, patience, and curiosity. You would coordinate massive migration projects, keep timelines sane, and, well, make sure the engineers have snacks and directions sometimes. Basically, you help others love the technology that they just paid for. No code, just diplomacy and stamina. Now, I'm not saying that if you want to work in tech, then you don't need any coding at all. Well, coding skills certainly help. They can help with a lot of roles, and here are some examples of those roles where coding definitely will help, but, well, isn't exactly required. So first, for example, could be a data analyst, or if you work in business intelligence. So this one is somewhere like in between. You will use tools like Tableau, Power BI, QuickSuite, sometimes a bit of SQL, but it's more about logic and storytelling rather than like hardcore coding. If you love finding patterns, making sense of chaos and data, and turning that data into decisions, this could be your happy place. Then there's security, compliance, risks, jobs in that area, in that space. Security is quite broad. Some people code and build, but others audit, assess, or design policy frameworks. You can build a whole career in security, risk, governance, or compliance without writing any code. But generally, knowing a bit of scripting will definitely make you a superhero. Then there is tech training, education, and evangelism. If you love sharing knowledge, you can absolutely teach, train, or create content without writing production level code. But the more you know about how it actually works under the hood, the better you'll connect with your audience. So even if you're not a developer, learning a bit of coding will only make your explanations stronger and better. Then there's this interesting area that I really love, cloud cost optimization, FinOps specialist. Do you need to code? No. But do you need to understand how workloads run, how services scale and interact with each other, and how cost models behave? Well, yeah. It's kind of part finance, part detective, part cloud strategy. Knowing how automation or tagging works give you an edge, but most of the job is more like analytics, insight, and storytelling with data. And there's also cloud architect or cloud consultant, which is probably my favorite right now. Do you need to code? Well, not necessarily. Do you need to understand code? Well, absolutely. You'll be designing systems, making trade-off decisions, and helping customers solve really big technical challenges. And you will often read code or script just enough to maybe prototype something or debug something or show a demo or make a proof of concept. Think of it like being a Formula One engineer. You don't exactly drive the car, but, well, you better know how the engine works. Actually, it's interesting. Now that I'm like filming this video, I'm thinking, okay, how much I'm actually coding in my role right now. So I'm a solution architect, right? And what do I do on a daily basis? There are quite a few different activities and deliverables. Well, coding isn't exactly a part of my everyday job, but it definitely helps, like 100%. So if I think about what do I do sort of on a weekly or monthly basis, okay, let's think about it. I actually had to ask ChatGPT how many working days or working hours I have in a year, and then I had to calculate a little bit like, okay, what is the percentage of the time that I spend on average actually coding or reading code or interpreting it. So it turns out that I probably spend about 8% of my time, more or less, doing something coding related, either writing scripts or creating things like workshops or labs, or maybe coding something for a demo or for a training or for a content that I create, maybe talking to customers and partners about their code and how they can optimize it or how they can run their code better on the infrastructure. So there's a lot of possibilities, you know, how knowledge of coding can actually help, even though it's not part of the job itself. So you don't really need to code to start in tech, but you shouldn't be afraid of learning it either. Think of coding like Excel formulas. You don't have to be an expert in understanding how it helps you get the results. It's a tool, not a barrier. So the real skill is really understanding how technology solves problems and how humans actually use it. So if you're analytical, creative, communicative, or just endlessly curious, there's a space for you in tech, that's for sure. And once you find your lane, the learning never really stops. And also, it's never boring. So no math, no problem. Tech is big enough for all of us, coders, communicators, and cloud dreamers alike. If you liked this video, then like and subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next one.